Good morning. Thank you for joining me again. January the 31st, the last day of the first month of the best year of your life. Well, it can be. Welcome to the More Factor and the Manual to Life project. Two of my passions right now is teaching people life skills and the ability to become better. So, our topic this week is, drum roll, don't really have a drum right now, but it's 6:15 in the morning. If I drum rolled, my family would pounce on me in a not very pleasant way. So, beliefs. We're talking about the fact that beliefs determine our choices, which determine our actions. And so the operating system in our brain, as Darren Hardy likes to put it, operates when we install the correct software. So how do we determine if we have corrupted software? How do we determine if our belief system is not working for us? So we talked about a couple phrases yesterday morning: negative self-talk and positive self-talk. So this morning, let's talk about how to determine if there are belief systems in our life that are hindering us. There's a lot of techniques, and I don't have time in these few minutes to get into all of them, but I do want to talk about one technique. And number one, it's going to require you to be brutally honest with yourself. So my question first this morning is, are you willing to look at yourself constructively, honestly, openly, transparently, and say, you know what? I need to change. I need work in my life. I need to become better. You might have a great life right now, but you know what? You can still be better. You still have things in your life that is holding you back from something even greater than what is good in your life right now. So that is what we're going to talk about this morning. But I need to know, before we get into this, are you willing to put in the effort? If you don't put in the effort, what I'm telling you this morning is not going to help you at all. That's with everything in life. Effort, work, discipline. So, how do I discover my negative self-talk? Here's one way. And you'll probably want a piece of paper or a whole notebook, depending on what you discover, and a pen. Take a moment, and I find this very useful, to put on some soothing instrumental music, whether it's meditation music or just sounds of nature, whatever. You can find all kinds of this stuff on YouTube. And just contemplate. Question number one. When there are events in my life, how do I react? What are my responses? For example, say I missed a payment on a bill, and the creditors are calling to find out what happened. When the phone rings and I look at the phone number and I see the number and I know who it is who's calling me, how do I feel? Do I feel an emotional response? Do I feel fear? Do I feel like I need to run and hide? that emotional response is your negative self-talk that is causing you to, instead of acting in a positive way and taking care of the problem, because it's not the fault of the creditor that you missed your payment. It's your fault or my fault in this, this hypothetical situation. In many cases, it's not hypothetical. I'm the one who didn't make the payment on time. For whatever reason, it doesn't really matter the reason. The fact is, it's my problem, not the creditor's problem. And somehow, we have fear of the creditor. All they want is an answer, a timeline, and a payment. That's it. Why are we afraid? Negative self-talk. Something in our past was affirmed to us that we need to be afraid of creditors. Okay? That emotional response to an event in your life shows you a pathway to the negative self-talk. So once you look into your life, look into your events in your life, and you just contemplate and look and say, okay, when have I had, well, let's look at it this way. When have I had fear well up in my body and mind and soul because of an event? If you're in a car accident, obviously a little bit of fear is going to come up. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about events where you really don't need to be afraid, and yet that fear rises up. Okay, here's another emotion that we got to watch out for, and it depends on the situation in this emotion. Okay, but when has, well, I'll put it this way, rage welled up within you, or anger? Especially if you really look at the situation, there was no need for rage or anger at the situation, or the person, or the circumstance. But something within us flicked a switch on, and we kind of went, boom. Okay? Those two things is all we're going to talk about this morning. There are a few other things that we could look at, but if you find those two emotions in your life, and you write down the situations that caused those emotions, and then you honestly look at yourself and go back to the past and say, where did I first feel those emotions in those situations? Where did that come from? It'll probably be in your childhood somewhere, where a belief system was installed into your consciousness that said, have fear in this situation. Get mad at this situation. And sometimes we get mad at people and situations because they remind us of ourselves. Okay? We're reminded of our own self and we get upset emotionally. So, this morning's homework for you. Do this work. It can be tedious and it can be unnerving because you're looking past the shallow facade of the front end of yourself, and you're delving into the deep, dark recesses of your soul. And trust me, you won't find true peace and joy in your life until you start getting the knowledge of who you truly are and what you believe in. When you know what you believe in, you have two options. Follow the belief to the end, or change the belief. That's it. Our beliefs determine our choices. If we believe something is fearful, our choices will be determined by that fear. If our belief determines something is worthy of explosion and wrath and anger, our choices will be determined by that belief. But we'll talk about it tomorrow. You can change your beliefs. You need to find out your core beliefs and stick to them. But there are some beliefs that cause you to be held back in life. Stage fright is a belief that can be changed. Talking on the phone is a belief that can be changed. Receiving money from others is a belief that can be changed. Giving money to others is a belief that can be changed. There's so many things in life that we need to uninstall from our computer, wipe it clean, start fresh, and install the new and improved version. Again, thank you for joining us today on this 10-minute plus talk on beliefs, the More Factor, the Manual to Life project. You need to have some life skills. I need to have some life skills. Let's grow together and have a great day. God bless you.